E3 is finally over. The dust is finally settling on all of the shows, all of the announcements, and all of the news. And now we have a little bit of time to reflect. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to give my top 5 and what I think might be the top 5 moments of E3 2019. But before I do that, guys, we are doing a giveaway at 600 subs. You guys are 50 subs away. We're giving away a Hat in Time on Steam, so we would super much appreciate your support. And just a heads up, we got a lot of content in queue. We have a worst of E3 coming up. We have some more Zelda videos coming up. We have some more Death Stranding videos coming up. And, you know, we have our normal content flow, which is quite a lot. So we would super much appreciate your support. So here's the deal, guys. I'm considering anything in or around E3 to be E3. That means EA State of Play counts as E3. The Microsoft press conference counts as E3, even if it wasn't at E3. It was at their own thing. All of that kind of flows into what E3 is, and I'm basing this on a combination of shock, a combination of impressiveness, and a combination of giving us what we want. Like showing a logo probably won't cut it over some gameplay and a release date. But let's start off with number 5. And that's going to be Halo Infinite, guys. We finally got to see Halo Infinite. And the reason that Halo Infinite is actually going to take the cake on this for the number 5 spot is because, 1, we got a release date. 2, we learned that it's cross-gen. And 3, we learned that it will be launching with Project Scarlet, making it almost like a Breath of the Wild killer app launch title. What we saw was impressive, and right before Halo, what we saw and learned about Project Scarlet was even more impressive. So this game kind of has the cheating expectation where it gets the benefit of Project Scarlet with it, but nonetheless, it was a great showing. But there are 4 better showings. Keeping with the theme of Microsoft, number 4, we have Cyberpunk 77, Keanu Reeves blasting in, a sick trailer, and that sweet, sweet release date. I personally did not think we were going to be seeing this current gen. It looks like we will be seeing it current gen. It looks like it's going to have ray tracing, and it looks like Keanu Reeves is going to have the second most dialogue behind the protagonist. Keanu Reeves took to the stage. Keanu Reeves was Keanu Reeves, and that trailer was sick. And we all know that we're going to be playing Cyberpunk in the first half of 2020. That's a good thing. Bringing it down to number 3. This might be the most personal one. Now, I have always wanted Banjo and Smash, and all of my we have some pretty old character prediction videos before we knew it was Smash Ultimate on this channel. You can check. Banjo gets thrown around a lot, and I have always wanted Banjo basically since Melee. I mean, realistically, since N64 when I was playing those games. And now we have it, and it looks so good. The thing that I like is that all of these DLC characters are getting such love with their stage and their music and all the other additives, and it looks like Banjo's going to be getting that same love, and it gives me hope for a Banjo 3E. But guys, there's 2 more announcements, 2 bigger things. We're going to go right into Death Stranding making a presence at E3. Really, Sony making a presence at E3. This is part of the reason Death Stranding wins. Kind of like how Halo gets a little bit of a cheat with Project Scarlet, Death Stranding gets a little bit of a cheat because Sony said, hey guys, we're not going to be at E3. Don't expect anything from us. And then they drop, honestly, probably the longest single trailer of E3. A solid 9-ish minutes of pure Death Stranding goodness, depending on, what region or whatever you watch the trailer. Absolute insanity, full story details, huge reveal, gameplay, and Hideo Kojima doing what Hideo Kojima does best. And to top it all off, we're going to be playing this game in 2019. I think this is honestly, one of the bigger reasons that Death Stranding for me is landing so far up the list, because one, it was a surprise that we got anything at all, and two, it is the closest thing that we're going to be playing of all 5 of these games. That being this year, very soon, looking fantastic, and this seemed kind of like Cyberpunk, a hope and a dream that we would get it this year. But guys, there was one thing. There was one thing that beat all of these things. There was one thing that caused us to put our first reaction video up, because I was recording the Nintendo Direct so I'd be able to make quick videos with it, and I didn't even realize I had my mic on, but I did. And that is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. What? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. This game is nobody. No, not us. Not any E3 prediction video I watched. Not any video game podcast I watched. Nobody said that we would be seeing the next flagship Breath of the Wild. We have Link's Awakening in queue. We just got Cadence of Hyrule, and we know that Zeldas take a long time, and I think a lot of people had kind of accepted that we weren't going to be getting that asset flip. But here we are, guys. We're getting a new Zelda, and it looks better than ever. This is honestly, everyone says that Breath of the Wild is one of the best games of all time, but there are obvious flaws with that game. You can tell that there are obvious points where that game was just rushed, and now's Nintendo's chance to swoop in, polish up some of those missteps, and really just perfect, much like Majora's Mask did with Ocarina of Time, just knock it out of the park. And I know that Nintendo can do it. And that's it, guys. E3 2019 for me. There were a lot of lows, but these 5 highs made me glad that E3 is still around. Let me know what you guys think of these picks. That's all for me. I'll catch you guys next time.